Show presented by Zag this morning. Locations 2 in St. George, 1 in Cedar City. Protect your phone better with all the latest and greatest screen protectors, phone, accessories, chargers. They got you covered over there at Zag. Very special guest joining us in studio now on a game day Friday morning. Head coach Pat Amico and Mr. 1,000-point scorer Nash Schroeder. Good morning, fellas.
Good morning, Double D.
Nash, you awake?
Yeah, as awake as I can be.
I love it. I love it. Coach, when did you know that Nash was closing in on 1,000 before the season? Did you see his total, or was it kind of somebody that maybe brought it up as we got going with the region play?
No, so I, we're big analytically, so I was looking at just different stats and different things, and it was probably after a frustrating loss was on there, and the Des News does such a good job of keeping all their stats. And I noticed he was around 800. So I was like, wow, we'll have, and then I checked Griff, and both of them are right around that number. So I said, if things go good, we should have 2,000-point scores this year. And Nash has really thrived and taken off under the offense and leading us the way he's supposed to. And I put a ton of pressure on his shoulders, and he just answers the call every time. And it was funny because Monday we thought he was 34 points away. And our huddle had him a lot closer, and come to find out, there was a game that wasn't called in their sophomore year after a playoff loss. So he was missing some points, so we loaded those up, and 34 went to 18 and kind of kept that from Nash going into the Hurricane game. And yeah, it was a special moment.
Yeah, I listened to your interview, post-game. I think Carrick interviewed you, and you were like, I didn't even realize until, that day, right? Was it inside the game that it was 18, not 34?
Yeah.
So you were kind of thinking, well, 34, a little more than my season average, might have to wait another game. And then when you found out and when you hit it, I know your mom and your brothers and everybody in your family, I think you have one sister too, right?
No
brothers. Sister, just brothers.
Yeah.
I saw the signage. They had 1,000-point signs. How cool of a moment was it? Take us through the play where you scored over 1,000.
It was really cool. I thought it was Condi who set a screen, but Griffin set the screen for me. Kind of just like the play we were on, just our regular motion offense, and came off of it. Guy went under and rose up for 2, and that was it.
Silky smooth little 18-foot jumper, something like that, Coach. That about how far out he was on that play?
Yeah, so they had just called a timeout right before that. Nash had been fouled, and he made his free throw, so I knew it was the next bucket. So normally, the reason he said it was Condi is normally Trev would set that screen. But I figure if we put Griffin in the ball screen, they would either both go to Griff, and Nash would be wide open, or they'd both go to Nash, and Nash could get an assist, and Griff would be wide open. And instead, they went under, and you can't go under on Nash or Griff. And Nash was able to knock down the jump shot.
You've been leading the 4A classification and scoring virtually the whole season, Nash. What was it? A big summer? Is it just your senior year? Is it just the hard work? Like what? I mean, you've been a 3-year starter at Pineview HS, and we know you're a great shooter already. But what's been clicking this year for you? Is it Coach Pat's system that's helped you with your scoring? What is it specifically?
Yeah, it's a bit of everything. It's senior year. It's like this is it. There's no going back. And I kind of wish I had this mentality last year and the year before. And then Pat's system fits my game perfectly, and I think all of our games perfectly. And it's awesome. It's awesome to be up there, and I don't know. It's pretty awesome.
Did your dad score 1,000 points in his high school career?
I don't think so, no.
You got that on Pops. That's pretty helpful. Like,
Yeah.
That kind of can come in handy, bragging rights down the road.
Yeah, it will for sure.
It sucks your dad was on the road, obviously, with Juddy and the team, so he missed that game the other night. But did you guys talk? Did he text? What did he say to you?
Yeah, it was pretty simple. Proud of you, and good job, and it's not done, and keep it going.
Is he recruiting you?
No, not really.
Why
no.
not?
I don't know. It'd be hard to play for him, especially at the college level. But I think Utah Tech's awesome, and they have a good program and good coaching staff over there. But
who is recruiting you?
Snow a little bit. A lot of the NWAC schools, SWAC, Green River, Umpqua.
Fun conference. Lots of scoring in the NWAC.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Run and gun up there, man. If you don't score 110, you ain't winning.
No, it's crazy
Most
conference
nights.
out there.
Yeah, I remember going to Big Bend Community College games. That's the NWAC, right?
Yep.
They're part of that conference, and yeah, back in the day, that conference scored. Do they still score points like they used to?
Oh yeah, there's no defense in the NWAC.
Yeah.
No defense.
That's why you want to go to the
That's
NWAC.
perfect for me. Yeah.
Is that why maybe some Division I teams are not looking at you? Is it defense or is it size or what is it?
Probably a combination of everything.
How tall are you right now?
Like 6'1".
6'1".
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think you should go, Coach?
I know Westminster's been talking to him. I know Coach Parrish told me he texted with him last night. I don't know. I don't think the offers and the interest Nash has suits what he does, especially leaving that Division II level. Without a doubt, Nash could play in the RMAC, and that's one of the best conferences in all Division II basketball. It might be, Lone Star might have a little argument in that, but they've had a Final Four team 3 years in a row out of the RMAC. So I think every team in the RMAC, including Black Hills and Metro and those top schools, Nash could easily go at and play. I think for me, his dad's a coach, so he gets it. Like, go where you're going to play. Don't go chase a T-shirt. And so many times we see guys, chase a T-shirt. Even, for Juddy and the guys, they're on a kid, and instead they go to the Y to go sit on the bench, or go to Utah to go sit on the bench. It's like, go play. So that'd be my advice to Nash, but it's going to take care of itself. Winning does that. I think that's a big part this year is getting some wins, and the more we can get down the road. But I think whether he goes JUCO, I think he can find himself as high as a low major Division I school in a D2. If he goes that JUCO route, and I think at the D2 he can end up being like Trey Farr was, an honorable mention All-America out of Pineview last year at Westminster, and I think he can do that as well. I know that I reached out to some of the assistants at the Y, and they're like, hey, he's not going to be a scholarship, but we'd love to have a kid that's a winner and fights in battles every day. And then Coach Jarvis is one of our assistants, coached at Utah State, and so he's reached out to Coach Smith, and same thing, they'd love to have him. So there's going to be options that open up right when we're done with this season, but I think right now Nash just wants to concentrate on getting wins and trying to go as far as we can, and hopefully go cut those nets down at UVU, and then we'll go chase that college dream right after that. I mean, I've already told my wife, hey, when this season ends, Nash and Griff are getting in the car, and we're going on the college spot, and we're going to go all around the state of Utah. We'll go up to the NWAC, and we'll find somewhere for these guys to go play.
I love it. Yeah, you're right. You got some business to get to, and we'll get to that game tonight. Desert Hills hosting Pineview. It's one of the games we'll be streaming for you on the fansportsnetwork.com. I want to ask you about now the mental shift. Now, you got your 1,000. Like, how much do you become distributor? Because you got to get Griff Dog his 1,000 points soon. So, and you're right in the middle of, chasing the scoring title in 4A right now. So how do you balance that out, Nash?
Well, Griffin, I know if I'm getting him the ball, it's 60% or above, it's going in. And so that's really good odds in basketball. And even if I don't give him the ball, he's going to find a way to score on his own. So he'll get there for sure, which is awesome. To have two guys on the same team who have been together the whole time, both have 1,000 points in their high school career, I think that's really, really cool. And I don't know how much it's been done, but
I don't either, Coach. Do you have any idea?
Yeah,
it's pretty rare.
We went looking and on a wild goose chase, and we'll be, like Nash mentioned, that two guys that have been together the whole time. The only other team in the state that'll get there will be Alta, but with Johnson, who's going to Utah. But Ace Reiser wasn't at Alta for half his career. So he was the man at another school and transferred over, and now he's kind of that second role where Nash and Griff are like, it's like 1A, 1B, right? They're both out there. One's going to go for 20, the other one's going to go for 16, or vice versa. So, yeah, it's rare. We'll be for sure the only team in the region, and I don't know if it has been done, because that's a lot of work to go in. You basically have to be a starter or playing a ton of minutes as a sophomore, and then you have to be consistent and be willing to put the work in, and that's one thing, testament to Nash and Griff. But, Nash puts the work in. He is in the gym all the time. He's always bugging me to open the gym up early in the morning or late at night, or, he's sacrificing, going out with friends and doing all that stuff most high school kids do so he can get better. And that's why we're winning games. That's why he's a 1,000-point scorer, and that's why he's going to go play college basketball, because he's willing to sacrifice those things, and he's just a great young man.
Nash, tonight, Desert Hills, your thoughts? Game day, man. You live for these Friday game days, don't you? I mean, time's running out. Season's flying by. You probably wish you could slow down time just a little bit.
Yeah, it's going by way too quick, and it's just crazy to me. But, yeah, I'm really excited for tonight. It should be a good game. We're away, so it obviously makes it tougher to play on the road. But we got a good game plan, and I'm ready, and I'm excited, and hopefully we come out on top. So,
looking at the matchup from a coach's perspective, Patrick, what do you see? Thunder kind of just a little bit off as of late, lost by 12 on Wednesday to Snow Canyon, but a dangerous shooting team. They can get going at any time.
Yeah, they can shoot the ball, and I think they were down double digits at the end of the first quarter, and then it's pretty much a toss-up game from there. They do a really good job over there, and without their shooter. I mean, that's really tough for them.
Yeah, they're missing Jackson Holman's 13 points a night.
Without Holman, that's really tough, and that's a testament to the staff over there, right? They're still in that game with Snow Canyon, and again, just a little rough start, and that'll happen without a guy like Holman, and then they get it together, and no, they're scary because they shoot the ball. I mean, Eli, the way he can elevate and shoot it, he can score at all 3 levels, and then Chase, big time shooter, can really drive it.
I was kind of telling the guys we were doing our little Region 9 rivals, and I brought his name up as maybe one of the more underrated players that doesn't get as much attention as he deserves. Ben Chase is a sneaky good young player, just a
absolutely.
junior.
Yeah, Ben again can score it at 3 levels, and no, they're good players and big time shooters, and Rasmussen's really shooting the ball right now. I mean, everyone on the floor can shoot the ball, so it's going to be how can we defend their 5 shooters, and then it's going to be how they can be able to defend our bigs inside, and it'll be a fun chess match as it always is. Those dudes do a great job. I mean, it'll be fun.
Yeah, it's interesting. They are not big. They are small, so that does present some problems for them, and it does present some mismatch for you with their speed and their spacing. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun tonight. I'll be over there. CC, you're going to be with me on that one tonight.
Go, CC.
Me and CC at the Thunderdome Panthers and the Thunder. The other game we'll be bringing you tonight will be Dixie hosting Crimson Cliffs. Caden and Ben will be over there on the call on that one. Both will be streaming on the fansportsnetwork.com. Give me some keys from your perspective for tonight, Nash.
We got to find the hot hand, whether it's me or whether it's Griffin or Condi. We gotta give him the ball, and then Condi, he's obviously got some size on their big and their whole team because they're just, like we said, shooting team, shorter. So I think we can really work inside out and give Condi the ball, and he's due for a big game. So
at some point, will Coach let you grab the whiteboard and drop a play and an out-of-bounds play tonight? Can we work that in? Can we get that request in and let you drop a trigger play?
I mean, I would love that if Coach
Let's
is
go.
okay with that.
Comes from a coaching family, right?
Hey, absolutely.
High basketball IQ.
I love. I mean, the one thing we try to do is give these guys a voice, and that'd be awesome. First play.
I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna be watching.
No,
close
first play
in
of the night is
huddles.
gonna be Nash's ATO right away. So we're gonna draw it up during film today.
We want a lob. We're gonna put in a request for a lob to Condi for a dunk. How about that?
I think Nash is going 4 flat. Nash going 1-on-1. Step back 3 ball.
Fun to have you guys in. It's a gauntlet, right, Nash? I mean, you got friends on these other teams. You're an upperclassman now. You know all these other guys real well, but it's a war between the lines on game nights.
Yeah.
What's it like playing in the region right now?
It's a lot of fun, and I feel like we say this every year, but it's also true every year. Is Region 9 and 10 is one of the toughest regions in the state that you're going to get top to bottom, and it's weird because like I'm friends with all the guys and all the teams, but then once it comes to tip or stepping on the field, we're not friends anymore almost. So it's
you don't talk. Do you talk a lot? Is there some chirping going on in Region 9 games at all? I don't see a lot of talk, but there's got to be some going down there, right?
There definitely can be. That's whether it's kind words or not kind words, I won't say, but yeah, it's
now you got me wondering. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me?
Probably bit of both from everybody.
Great tease. Yeah, I mean, a little friendly fire never hurt, but you don't want it to get out of control. I see a lot of sportsmanship around the region. All right, go get Griff Dog his 1,000 points here in the next couple games, and then obviously best of luck, and great to have you in, Nash.
Thanks for having us.
Coach, always a pleasure.
Hey, thanks for having us. You guys are the best.
Panthers tonight at Desert Hills. Check it out, thefansportsnetwork.com. We'll be jumping back and forth between the Dixie Crimson game and the Pineview Desert Hills game on the radio side. But if you want to watch this game in its entirety, just go to our YouTube page, our website. We'll also have it up on KSLSports.com. We'll take the break. Lots more.